Sammy Lee is an English football coaching former player who is currently a coach at Southampton. He had previously played for, managed and been the head of academy coaching and development at Bolton Wanderers. He played most of his career for hometown club Liverpool during the 1970s and 1980s as a midfielder, and also represented England 14 times. Playing career: born in Liverpool, Merseyside, Lee rose through the ranks at Liverpool after joining on an apprenticeship in September 1975, making his first team debut on April 8, 1978, as a sixth-minute substitute for David Johnson. Leicester City at Anfield were the opponents, as Lee managed to find the net in the 56th minute of the 3-2 victory. A year earlier, he had been put in the squad for a huge European Cup semi-final against FC Zwaarder and, although he didn't play, manager Bob Paisley said he would have had no qualms about using him if required. Lee became a regular from 1980 onwards and, although small in stature, he established a reputation as a sharp passing and strong-running midfield player who could also hit a decent shot. In the 1981 League Cup final, Lee was at the centre of a controversial incident which left opponents West Ham United feeling slightly cheated. Lee had ventured forwards in an attack and ended up flat out on the turf following a challenge. The West Ham defence pushed out of their area to leave Lee in an offside position, but when Liverpool full-back Alan Kennedy scored with a follow-up shot, the goal stood. West Ham did equalise, but Liverpool won the replay with Lee in the side. In that year's European Cup semi-final against Bayern Munich, Lee was unusually asked to do a man-marking job on Paul Breitner, the strong and skillful West German international. Lee did the marking job to perfection and Liverpool went through to the final against Real Madrid, which they won 1-0 with Lee again in the side. Lee got his first league title medal in 1982 and also helped Liverpool retain the League Cup. The same applied in 1983 and 1984, the latter of which was also the year of their fourth European Cup triumph. Lee played in every game en route to the final and scored a clinching goal in the first leg of the semi-final at Anfield against Dinamo Bucharest. Bobby Robson gave Lee the first of his 14 England caps during this period, where he again scored on his debut in the 3-0 1984 UEFA European Championship qualifier victory over Greece, on November 17, 1982. Injuries took their toll in 1985 and Lee struggled to regain his previous form. With Jan Mylby in the side, there was no longer a place for him at Liverpool. He left during August 1986, joining Queen's Park Rangers. Spells at CA Osasuna, Southampton and Bolton Wanderers followed before he retired from playing. Coaching career: Lee's former Liverpool captain, Graham Souness, invited Lee to join his Anfield coaching staff in 1993. He did so with relish and gained respect to the extent that both Roy Evans and Gar copyright Rad Hulia kept him on the payroll after Souness left, gaining promotion from reserve team coach to the first team, under Hulia. Lee became a part-time coach under Sven Gar Ran Eriksson with England in 2001, eventually leaving Liverpool to go full-time with the national setup in July 2004. Bolton Wanderers: he went to Bolton Wanderers in September 2005, as assistant to Sam Allardyce. Lee was offered the role of manager of the England U21s in July 2006, but turned the move down and also left the senior England setup. Lee was given the affectionate nickname of Little Sam in contrast to Allardyce, who was known as Big Sam by the Bolton fans. Allardyce left Bolton in April 2007 and Lee was confirmed as his replacement shortly afterwards. After only winning one league game from 11 matches, he was sacked in October 2007, becoming the second Premier League manager to be sacked in that season. He was known for regularly citing the positives in post-match interviews despite numerous defeats. He was linked with a return to Liverpool by becoming Rafael Benitez's assistant after the pair watched a Liverpool reserve match together. He was also linked to the assistant manager position at Leeds United under Gary McAllister. He became the firm favourite to become assistant coach to Rafa Benitez following Alex Miller's departure from Liverpool and officially returned to the club when appointed on May 16, 2008. In November 2008, upon his return to the Reebok for the first time since his departure, Sammy stated that he bore no animosity towards the hierarchy at Bolton or their supporters. The Wanderers crowd responded by giving the man they called Little Sam a round of applause in appreciation for his spell as player and assistant manager. Liverpool. On May 16, 2008, he took up the role of assistant manager to Rafael Benitez after signing a 2-year contract. On December 21, 2008, Lee took charge of Liverpool for the first time in a 1-1 draw with Arsenal due to Rafael Benitez being ill with kidney stones. On August 26, 2009, Lee was sent off by referee Phil Dowd in a 2-1 defeat against Tottenham Hotspur, and was charged with improper conduct by the Football Association on August 19, 2009. Lee left Liverpool in June 2011 by mutual consent. Return to Bolton. On February 14, 2012, Lee returned to Bolton for a third time, being appointed as the head of academy coaching. His new role will see him take a senior role working alongside fellow ex-Wanderers players and academy coaches Jimmy Phillips, Tony Kelly, David Lee, Nicky Spooner and Gavin McCann. On October 9, 2012, after Owen Coyle's sacking, Lee and Jimmy Phillips were named joint caretaker managers. However, Phillips took charge of first-team affairs, with Lee joining up with Julian Darby to assist him. Southampton. On June 27, 2014, he agreed to leave Bolton to join Brighton and Hove Albion as assistant manager to Sami Hyypiä, with both knowing each other from their time together at Liverpool. However, on June 29 it was announced that he would instead take a coaching position with Southampton, alongside newly appointed manager Ronald Koeman. Honours: Liverpool, Football League First Division, 1981 Euro 82, 1982 Euro 83, 1983 Euro 84 League Cup, 1980 Euro 81, 1981 Euro 82, 1982 Euro 83, 1983 Euro 84, FA Charity Shield, 1979, 1980, 1982, European Cup, 1980 Euro 81, 1983 Euro 84, Managerial Statistics, as of October 20, 2012, References. External links: Sammy Lee Management Career Stats at Soxerbase, Liverpool Player Profile, ofhistory.net Profile, Football Profile, Career Summary, ThesySunfield.com Exclusive interview.